Let's explore Discipline 1, talent that reframes the possible. Transformation begins with those who see possibility where others see constraints. But vision alone is not enough. What makes them transformative is their skill, the ability to execute at a standard that makes them dependable, collaborative, and trustworthy. Every transformation begins with a few individuals who can show in action the art of the possible. Until someone shows what good looks like, transformation has no frame of reference. These sparks are not posturing for visibility. They move fast because something important needs to change. And through their skill, they show others what is achievable. The role of leadership is to recognize the need for this spark, to plant it, protect it, nurture it, and then multiply it. Because what happens next depends entirely on the system you create. In some organizations, skill and ability are constrained. The standard is kept low not to protect customers or partners, but to maintain a sense of stability. And that stability comes at the cost of progress over time. In others, skill and ability are celebrated. The standard is raised continuously in customer service, in partner management, in employee care, in community building. A system where all are welcome, but all are energized to raise their own standard of execution, player coach mindset from the front line to the C-suite. And by doing so, they raise the standard for the team and the organization. I've seen this truth in motion, not as theory, but in the lives of account teams and in the hands of leaders willing to bet on change. I had the privilege of helping an organization transform their flagship C-level advisory services, guiding C-suite and their senior leadership teams through business, engineering, and operations change. The mandate was bold: shift the sales organization from a transactional mindset to a transformational one, and prove the model with a fixed cost. Until we had created some critical mass for wider investment. I was introduced as the spark in an overlay capacity to work alongside qualified account teams and help capture opportunities ripe for digital transformation. My role was not to take over the accounts, but to show in action the art of the possible. We focused on 6 moves that define what good would look like at the end. Move 1. Elevate every engagement. Shift from transactional to transformational by stepping into the room as trusted advisors to the C-suite. Move 2. Lead discovery with discipline. A consultative mindset, a systemic approach to research, not guesswork, but rigor. Move 3. Tailor insights to strategy. Anchor discovery to our go-to-market, no more than 4 focus areas, each with a clear stakeholder map. Move 4. Take control of the deal flow. Add constructive tension. Challenge the sale. Deliver new perspectives to the CIOs and CTOs, and in the process, widen naturally across the customer organization. Move 5. Turn strategy into action. Lead account planning sessions convert ambition into measurable outcomes, total cost of ownership, return on investment, real results for the customer and the enterprise itself. And lastly, move 6, create true differentiators. Capabilities that were unique, valuable, proven to outperform competitors. These 6 moves were not theory. They were spark in motion. As a player and doer, I worked side by side with account teams in their field of play. This was not training in a classroom, it was a spark in motion, helping them deliver results while exposing them to a repeatable methodology they could use. For sparks to ignite, it was not enough to show process. We had to show possibility they could feel in motion. In sales, relationships open the door, but once the door is open, substance, clarity, and practitioner depth must walk through. That was the spark we embedded. Over time, this approach upskilled 10 global account teams across North America, EMEA, and Asia Pacific. And it proved a thesis that planting a spark inside the system compounds results until the methodology itself becomes part of the culture. This is the power of talent that reframes the possible. It does not just imagine change, it proves it again and again until even the system itself has no choice but to catch up. That is the power of a spark. It not only changes the work, it changes the system itself.